Module 5. Credit oblique loan from banks.
People living in rural areas usually need small and emergency loans. To get this type of loan, they never give importance to the interest rate. For this, they are having a perpetual bankruptcy because of money lenders. Generally, people need loan because of the following requirements. Number 1, accidental or emergency requirements like health problems, festivals, marriage, death, etc. Number 2, to meet the day to day requirements. Number 3, to buy agricultural inputs like farm machinery, seed, fertilizer, etc. Number 4, to meet the education requirements of the children. Number 5, to repair the old house or to build a new house. Number 6, to repay the old loan or make mortgaged items free. Number 7, to start a new enterprise or new business or expansion of the existing one. People, especially in rural areas, engaged in small retail business, artisans, laborers, etc., want loan immediately. People who are poor need a working capital for the business. Besides this, they approach money lenders, neighbors, or relatives for loan to meet their emergency requirements. Sometimes people spend money unnecessarily just for show off that you are better than others. This habit makes you to spend more than what you earn, and it leads to borrowing money from money lenders to spend unnecessarily and lavishly. Hence, it is always advisable not to take loan for any unnecessary expenditure and take loan for emergency or production purposes. It is better to use credit judiciously and make repayment. You should do the repayment of principal and interest along with saving money. If you cannot meet your household expenses from the income and meet it only with the borrowed money, then from where will you repay the borrowed money? Forget about the principal, you cannot even pay the interest. And then to repay that loan, you take another loan. Then, after some time, to get rid of debt trap, you sell your properties and household assets. All this might create havoc in your life. Thus, it is important that you spend within your income.
Arvind ji, even we had thought of taking loans few times earlier, but we did go ahead with it thinking how we will repay it. Also, we were wondering if it is safe to take loan from money lenders.
Ram, I will tell you about money lenders. Money lenders are a popular source of financing amongst people who are not used to dealing with banks and other formal lending institutions. They offer money on very flexible terms. For instance, some money lenders are flexible about the repayment terms. They will allow the borrower to pay in ad hoc or uneven installments. Others will allow the borrower to carry forward the loan for long periods of time as long as an interest component is being paid. Many money lenders will not ask for any security backing, such as gold or land, upfront. Lastly, money lenders do not have a formal legal contract with the borrower. However, the drawbacks of borrowing money from a money lender are more than the benefits. They charge a very high rate of interest compared to banks and other formal sources of money. There is no basis for the rate that they charge. It could be based on their needs rather than market trends. The penalties for not being able to pay back a money lender can be quite alarming. They can make demands which far outweigh the amount that has been lent. For instance, if a borrower is not able to pay back a few 10,000 rupees, the moneylender may demand to have property worth lakhs transferred on his name. There have been a number of cases in which moneylenders resort to illegal means of getting back their money, such as threats and violence.
I have also heard cases where people were threatened for not returning money on time. Such incidents stopped me from taking loans from moneylenders.
Borrowing money from moneylenders have its own pros and cons. So, you need to be careful before taking the step. Now, let's imagine that you have taken a loan of rupees 12,000. Let us calculate how much of interest you will pay for the loan you take. If you take a loan of rupees 12,000 at a rate of 5% per month for a year, the calculation below shows that you pay back rupees 15,900, out of which rupees 3,900 is the interest amount. If only the interest payment is done without paying the principal, then you will end up paying 7,200 as interest. It is generally observed that in rural areas, people pay only the interest and not the principal. After the end of 1 year, they pay back the money by arranging in one installment. If they pay the interest, they pay more money to the money lender. Moreover, at the time of taking loan, money lenders sometimes take gold, land, and other assets as mortgages. Whenever the borrower cannot pay back the loan, then the money lender auctions that property and takes back his money.
Ram and Vidya were happy that Arvind told them about the positives and negatives of borrowing money from the money lender and also clearly showed them the loan calculation.
We are much clearer now about taking loans from money lenders. Thank you so much.
That is okay. Other than money lenders, you can also take loans from banks and microfinance institutions. Nowadays, many non-governmental organizations and microfinance institutions, MFI, are providing loans at the doorstep of the rural households. They require very less paperwork and provide doorstep services. Let us see how much money you will repay if you take a loan of rupees 12,000 from a MFI at 10% annual rate of interest. MFIs charge different fees for taking a definite amount of loan. For example, they charge registration charges for loan processing charges, etc. At the time of giving loan, they deduct these charges and give the balance amount to the loanee. Besides this, they charge at a flat rate of 10 to 15% rate of interest. The interest and charges vary from organization to organization. If somebody takes a loan of rupees 12,000 at a flat rate of 10%, then he pays rupees 50 for loan registration charges, 1% of the loan amount as the processing fee, and rupees 1,440 as interest. This implies that you have to pay rupees 1,610 for taking a loan of rupees 12,000. If you take the same loan from a bank, then you have to pay much less amount as interest. Suppose you take a loan from the bank at 10% rate of interest on a reducing balance. Then let us see how much money you will repay if you take a loan of rupees 12,000. If a loan is taken from the bank, then the less interest will be paid because banks take interest on a reducing balance. Again, bank charges different rate of interest for different types of loan depending on different loan products and project. The rate of interest from the bank differs from as low as 4% to 12%. Hence, it is always advisable to take loan from the bank because banks give loan at cheaper rate of interest. Also, there is a transparency on the procedure for availing loan and rate of interest to be charged. Generally, banks give loan for new businesses, business development, new employment, livestock, fertilizer, seed, motor pump, etc. Besides this, by availing Kisan Credit Card, the farmer can take loan from the bank for meeting his crop credit needs. Also, he can buy a tractor, pull a cart, dig a well, etc. Of course, banks fix a credit limit for the credit card by fixing a crop specific credit limit. Against this card, bank provides loan without any collateral and without indicating any purpose. At regular intervals, banks fix a credit limit depending on the credit history of the individual or credit absorption capacity of the individual. Bank loans can be paid monthly, quarterly, or half yearly. If bank loan is repaid on time, then banks can provide loan as and when you need.
I am glad that you have told me about taking loans from banks and they charge less interest.
Arvind ji, banks give loans for buying house, land or personal vehicles as well.
Vidya, yes, I was coming to that. They do provide loans for these things as well. Banks also give personal loan, home loan, auto loan, etc. to the saving bank account holders. Whenever you need any loan, it is advisable to go to the bank manager and talk to them on your need so that they will advise you in the right direction. They might guide you in what type of loan one should take, at what interest, and what duration. To take a loan from the bank, you would require the following documents. Number 1, address proof, voter ID, ration card, driving license, passport. Number 2, income certificate or proof, salary certificate, bank account statement, identity proof, passport, PAN card, driving license. Let me explain the process for taking a loan from banks. Step 1. Locate your bank or customer service point. Try to locate a nearest bank or customer services point. Ideally, it should be within your proximity as well as convenient to your other family members. Step 2, income certificate. Get an income certificate and residential certificate from the block development officer. Find out if your monthly loan payment is fixed or variable and opt for a fixed term whenever possible. Ask about any upfront fees and make sure you know whether the loan is disbursed all at once or in installments. Step 3, complete documentation. Complete all application materials in full, including support documentation listing your assets, liabilities, and income. You can sign off on the loan if all items appear as discussed with the lender. Step 4, disbursement. Collect your loan amount from the bank manager in the form of a check in favor of your name or in cash.
The process of receiving loan seems easy.
Yes, it is, but be careful while submitting the documents, and also, as I said, talk to the bank manager before taking the loan. Let me tell you about cash credit. Banks are also providing cash credit to people in the rural areas. A cash credit is a short term cash loan to small and medium scale businesses. A bank provides this type of funding, but only after the required security is given to the bank to secure the loan. It is a secured loan type of facility. Once a security for repayment has been given, the business that receives the loan can continuously draw from the bank up to a certain specified amount. Timely payment of the loan is very important to avail this facility, otherwise, your credit score will go negative. Another important card is the Kisan Credit Card, KCC. The KCC allows farmers to have cash credit facilities without going through time consuming bank credit screening processes repeatedly. Repayment can be rescheduled if there is a bad crop season, and extensions are offered for up to 4 years. The card is valid for 3 years and subject to annual renewals. Withdrawals are made using slips, cards, and a passbook. RuPay KCC. RuPay KCCs are issued by banks across the country under KCC, enabling farmers to transact on ATMs and POS terminals. RuPay debit card. This card is same as a normal debit card issued by banks to any account and can be used only in ATMs and on a few POS. Maximum limit of cash withdrawn is rupees 25,000 per day in ATM and in POS.
Arvindji, cash credit and KCC would be useful for many people who want to start new businesses or farmers who own land and depend on it for their income. I will definitely share this information to some of my friends and relatives who are into this.
Yes, you can. I am sure it will be very useful to them. There is another facility called overdraft OD facility. Under the OD facility, the bank can allow an account holder to withdraw funds in excess of the amount available in the account. This type of financing is most commonly used by small businesses as a way of making their working capital more flexible. With this facility, you can avail additional funds during lean period of the business. The bank will charge an OD fee for accessing the money, and the interest rate can be higher than that of other type of loans. Finally, it is critical to talk about the importance of repaying the loan. Repaying the credit loan is a serious legal and important financial obligation. So, you need to set aside enough money to repay your loan amount in equated monthly installments or as per the repayment term on time. By repaying your loan on time, you are acting as a responsible borrower. The banks send you loan reports to the National Level Credit Scoring Agency. If you repay your loan on time, it will have a positive impact on your credit report. The major advantage of repaying your loan is that your credit score will increase, which would increase the likelihood of availing a loan from a bank or formal financial institutions. Non-payment of your loans on time will lead to legal action against you, and the bank will take necessary action to recover the outstanding amount from you.
Please work on exercise 8 in your handbook.